Hello and welcome to ShortCryptology, where we talk about crypto-related topics and gaming. Today we are going to talk about Kingdom Karnage, and specifically about the Midas Temple. If you guys have been following the game, you know that it has recently been released. It is a new game mode, as you can see from the picture here. It shows that there are 4 different levels you can enter. Each level gives a different amount of KK token, up to 400, and there is a loot table. So you get 2 kinds of loot from this dungeon. You get KK tokens and you get cards or diamonds. And you can see that it says statues. And so, what are those statues? Well, we'll see. For now, all you need to check is the loot table. You'll see that if you get 10 statues or more, you have a 10% chance of getting a rare card, 50% uncommon, 40% common, and 0% diamond, while all the other difficulties have a chance of giving you diamonds, even though 6+ is makes it pretty much 0. It's 4%, which is very low. But what are those statues? What this tells us is that the better you do in the dungeon, the better your odds are of getting good loot. But what does that actually mean? Well, this dungeon is a bit different. First of all, you do need a key to enter this dungeon, kind of like the catacombs key, but it is different because these keys have no cap, so anyone can buy them. You don't have to be one of the first X people to get your hands on the keys. The keys are sold currently on the Fiat shop, which, if you guys don't know it, it's store.kingdomkarnage.com, well, where you can buy all sorts of items. Well, cards mostly. You can buy packets, you'll be able to buy pets like we've discussed in previous video, bundles, and here are the keys. You can see that the common key is worth $1, while a rare key is $50. And if you noticed from the picture, the only thing that changes between tiers is how much KK token they give. It doesn't change your loot. Other than that, you still get the same kind of cards depending on how many statues you get. It only changes how many tokens you get, pretty much. So yeah, right now you can only buy the keys here. They will be available from the crypto store as well soon, or you can trade them from other player or buy them from other players on the auction hours. So that's another option if you don't want or can't buy them from the Fiat shop, since you need a valid debit or credit card here. So that's one thing. So yeah, pretty much it is a premium mode. You get 2 loots, like we said. But let's say what the article actually says. Fiat shop. You have to activate the key, so you can't really sell activated key. And that's what's important about these keys that I forgot to say. They only last 30 days, and you can use them once per day. So 1 key gives you access to the dungeon 30 times. If you run the dungeon once every day. But you can also have multiple keys, so you can run the dungeon as many times as you want, as long as you're willing to buy those keys. The keys are cheap, like the $1 one is the best price for the money, in my opinion, if you're aiming to get as many cards as you want or as you can. But the other keys are actually not bad, like 400 KK token per day just running 1 dungeon. It's pretty awesome. Now, course you can trade the key, you have to activate it. Now, the Midas statues are the thing you want to learn about. The statues are created from your own troops. Every 3 turns during the Midas Dungeon, one of your units will turn into a statue. As the statue counts as an enemy unit which cannot move, it cannot attack, it does 0 damage, and that's 10 health. So your goal is to get as many statues as you can on the field before defeating the boss and winning the dungeon. The more statues you get, the better your reward, so that's awesome. This said, you really want to aim for as many statues as you can, but it can get difficult because, of course, that means that you won't be able to like easily push the boss and damage it, because your units are turning into stone or gold. You need to damage the hero, and there's a few tricks. So here they don't really say much more, so I'll skip on the next thing soon. But you really want to damage the boss as soon as you can, get the damage going, and it's no secret nowadays that you have to use Velkan to finish the boss off, so that way you can fill as many spots as possible while still being able to kill the boss. Now we can read a tiny little update here where they said that the Midas temple can now drop scrap, like which is interesting. Like it's a good thing that can happen during the weekend, so that's alright. And now you can also drop equipment from that. That's a little change they made. Now I want to spend the last few minutes of this video showing you an actual part of the Midas Dungeon from our beloved streamer Dani, who is the official streamer from Kingdom Karnage. You can see here Twitch TV Kingdom Karnage. It's the official streamer. She's a lot of fun, she's enjoyable to watch, and I really suggest you guys join her streams. You'll find the link of the stream in the description of this video, but now let's have a look.
I'll take it. I'm gonna kill Midas here. Hang on,
as you can see, she has 3 statues on the field right now, and she's trying to damage the enemy boss to get it down to fairly low health. And at the same time she's being pushed into lanes, which is like not ideal, and she has a statue very close to her spawn area, so as you can see she's trying to break that statue, which is a valid strategy sometimes. And she was unlucky where this statue turned into gold, so the RNG can be painful sometimes. And she's not in the best spot right now. I personally would remove this rider guy and use this archer with penetration to deal the last 3 damage. That way she would be able to finish off the boss using 1 Welcome, which is awesome. And then yeah, it would be rough to push the enemy back. I would have put something over here to help me push the line. But as you can see, this dungeon is very challenging. She did the right thing here, you see. She did get the boss down. She should now remember to take off this archer from the field. Okay, she did. That's awesome. So it's hard to focus while you're streaming, so she's playing very well. It can be very difficult. This is a very difficult position. I found myself in this position a few times because it's very difficult to get to push all the lanes, and like manage everything, and sometimes like the one unit you
have a
need
belt
turns
thing
into
from Ghost
gold,
Recon
and now
people.
all your strategy is screwed and you have to find a new way. Like it can be very hard. I want to see what she is about to do because this is a very rough position, and yeah, that was unlucky for her that that thing turned into statue, but it would have been very difficult for her
This is
to
fine.
push from that position.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right now
Oh, I
she
have
has
5
to
statues.
pick up that poor wolf. It's very hurt.
Don't even.
Or just let it die. I mean, that's
It can't do
alright.
damage, can it? So does
No
that
one
mean it
can
doesn't
really
get healing?
push her from that position,
It's
so
red.
it was bound to happen that way.
Hey, red. I'm in like full
Yeah, I
concentration
don't
mode because
adore
I'm
what's
determined to
happening
redeem
here.
myself here.
But she could still easily get 6 to 8 statues in
And
from
I
this
know it
position,
doesn't look
even
promising.
without pushing that
Oh, I
middle
forgot about
lane.
this square.
It's just very... Yeah, that wasn't
Oh,
exactly
crap.
gonna help. But yeah, she did a few
If I put
mistakes.
out a
It's
falcon and if it
I'm gonna
turns to
repeat,
gold,
it's very
I'm gonna-
easy to do these
be
mistakes when
mad.
you're streaming because you're talking and explaining stuff and trying to do your best, but you have to read the chat and answer to people, and
No, that's
there's a lot of
fine. We
pressure.
can-
So I want
we only need
like
to do 4
hold
damage,
it
so it's all
on
good.
her that
I'm
she
gonna remove the silver mane, and I'm
didn't
gonna be
play
greedy,
at her
and I'm going
best.
to take the easy
Actually
way out.
sometimes I do this
with
mistake
Falcon,
myself even
And
though
we're
I'm
gonna
not
fly
streaming,
off into
so
the sunset with our 5 statues.
but this
And we're
said
gonna live happily ever after, okay?
I hope that
That's
you
what's
guys
happening.
like this dungeon. I find it awesome. She ended up killing the boss
got a
by
human stage.
mistake, I
Hey, we
guess,
got one
or
of them
on
today, didn't we?
purpose. She did 6 statues,
got
which is
6.
alright. I mean,
Well, I'm happy with that.
it's a good
After
score.
today's
As you can see, she streams fairly often, a few times a week. I think it's 3 times a week right now, for about 4 hours. And you guys should really follow her. It's very, very good. This said, if you have any questions, please do ask them. I would love to see what you guys believe or what your strategies are even. So thank you for watching, and in the next video I will be talking about the Midas Temple competition that's going on, and I'll have another few comments like on the current vote and what that is about. So I thank you all for watching again, and I wish you a very good day. Goodbye.